Let me put my phone on do not disturb. I'm getting calls.
Okay, you good, you good. Yo, everybody, thank y'all for tapping in the Street Ball the Pro. You know what I mean? We got my man Ballaholic, myself, Coach Rich Paul, and Mike B, aka the Maestro. You know what I mean?
Sir, yes, sir.
So we gonna go. I gotta go way back. We're gonna jump around a little bit because it's one of those things. I think for those who don't know me, I had a chance to play with Mike B. You know what I mean? And that's my old teammate. That's my brother. You know what I mean? We met in Seattle, and at that time, you gotta think I came from a little school. You know what I mean? A little NAIA school, and I had the opportunity to play with like him, Donald Watts, all these big time D1 players in Seattle. And so that's another reason when you start talking about Street Ball to Pro, that's like my journey. You know what I mean? A little school, you know what I mean, with an opportunity. And this is what we're doing. We're giving folks opportunities with this platform. You know what I mean? So, enough of all of that. I gotta let Mike B. We're gonna let Mike B introduce himself and talk a little bit, and then we're just gonna go in.
Oh yeah, well yeah, man. Mike Byars, man. I'm from East Fort Worth, Texas. You know what I'm saying? That's where I grew up. I was born in LA, but you know what I mean? We moved here when I was young, like 3 years old. Played at Dunbar High School under the, all-time winningest basketball coach, Robert Hughes. You know what I mean? 1,333 wins. Wow. One of the proudest, things that I'm associated with. I actually had the opportunity to produce a film, which I, wrote, produced, and directed on his life. The life and times of him. You know what I mean? All the way from where he began to his journey to the Naismith Hall of Fame in 2017. It was released in 2019. Excuse me. So that was kind of my high school journey. But from there, man, I played at the University of Miami my first 2 years. Played with some names like Tim James, who played in the league, John Salmons, who played in the league. Those are my guys to this day. From there, you know what I mean, left, and I finished at Northwestern State in Louisiana. That's where the kid Emmanuel, I can't remember his last name. The cat that's got the he played there last year, man. So, okay. We were the first team to ever win that play-in game, that 64-65. You know what I mean? Game we played. I played there, made it to the big dance, and then from there, you know what I mean? 7 NBA workouts, and then played overseas, Europe, Asia. Blah blah blah. South America, the Persian Gulf, 11 years. So, my basketball journey, man, has taken me all around the world, man. I've met all types of people. I didn't have the pleasure to meet my guy Ballaholic, man, but this is, you know what I mean, glad to be here, you know what I mean, on the podcast with the dude now, man. I was always a fan. I saw what he was doing when he was on the N1 tour. He got there a little bit after me. You know what I mean? I still remember seeing that 720 for the first time. Like, damn, you know what I mean? You feel me? But he's a fellow Texan. You know what I mean? So we repping for you, brother. We was always repping for you, man. But as far as me, man, these days, I coached the last 2 years in Newport, California, at a private high school called Pacifica Christian. We made it to the state championship game last season and lost. I stepped down after the season. I just kind of wanted to, pursue some things on a personal level as far as business goes. But I still got my hand in the hoop world, man. From east to west coast, man. So down.
Right. First off, I appreciate the love, but it's like same with you. Like, I appreciate you, bro, because even if it wasn't like I always look at stuff like, even for N1, and I'm not just talking about the N1 players, the guys that were on the opposing team is just all that was just motivating, because it was just letting me know, like, yo, it's a lot of dudes I can get at these dudes. And I looked at those opposing team dudes too, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times, the opposing team players are nervous. So the N1 players will know who they picking. You know what I'm saying? But it's that one dog, it's that one player. It's like, yo, nah, I'm getting back at these dudes. It's not finna be, I'm nervous playing against these dudes. I'm going back at them like how they coming at us. So I appreciate the fact that she was even on before me, and it made me understand because I used to study and one before I even came on. I studied it so much. So even just studying, not the N1 team, but the guys that they were playing against, that was when my average came in. Like, well, let me average this out. Let me see the number of dudes that are on this opposing team, not the TV players, but the guys that are already on. You see what I'm saying? And I had to just watch and then figure out, oh, they got 3 for this. They're 3 for maybe 4 games. Then they bring in another 3 for another 3 or 4 games. And then I did the average, how that first 3 did against them to that next 3 did against them. And it's like, hold up. There's a fine line between these players that are coming in. They probably know them or don't know them. Let me go in here, man, like I don't know shit. Excuse my language. Let me go in here like I don't know shit, and we're going to see what happens. But what year did you end, though? Because you look familiar, bro. What year did you – what did you start?
I did 03 and 04, man. So I did 7 games both years. I started at Phoenix and ended was that Birmingham, Alabama? But I'm gonna tell you how I got on, bro. So this is how I got on. Like the year before, I'm gonna tell you exactly the night it was. It's crazy, bro. And this is gonna sound like I'm capping. I'm not telling the truth, but this is the true ass story, bro. So do you remember in Dallas? They came. This was the year when it was like the first year they ever toured. And they wasn't doing the arenas or nothing yet. They was still doing, like, they was in the hood. They was doing rec centers. But
Yeah.
It was when they came to Dallas and main event, you know, he caught the one off the glass and the rim came down and slit his head open.
On the head, yeah.
We was there that night. And listen, I promise, hey, listen to me. Listen to me. It's a true story, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is back when your boy could jump. You know what I'm saying? We was dunking. We was pounding that rim. You know what I'm saying? And I kept telling the people, I'm like, yo, this rim is super loose. Y'all need to do something. Y'all need to tighten it up. And they was like, okay, but they never did. And then, lo and behold, boom. You know what I'm saying? That happened. But, we showed out. Me and a couple of my homeboys. One of my other dudes, his name is Chris Lynch. They called him Crispy Chris. What's the dude? Duke Tango gave him his nickname.
Oh, okay.
So we was, we got signed the following year. And they was like, do y'all want to do the tryout and, have a chance to make the team? We was like, no, because we both had pro contracts. We was playing overseas. He played in Australia. I played France, Turkey around this time. You know what I'm saying? I was around that time. So I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm getting bread. I just want to have the experience. We doing something in the summertime. It was a good time. But, they signed us those next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy because the 2 years, let me tell you who was on our bus that was trying out for the team. The first year was the professor, who was my dude to this day. And the second year was Spider. And both of them end up getting signed 1 year apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So them was definitely good times, man, on that N1 tour.
Sure, right. It's so many different, and I used to tell people, like, even being on, you was on when they had all the buses, right? When they had like 5, 6 different buses. Was you on there? Yeah, you were. Yeah, 04, because 04 they had the buses. 04 they had the buses.
They had them in 03.
Yeah, 03. Yeah. I remember we'd be on the bus, man. I swear we'd go to another, and it'd be like 4 a.m. You could hear people blowing their horns. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and one, people would follow on the bus from one city to the next city. It was crazy. And I tell people how and1 players were living. You know what I mean? They were living like really rock stars because it was 5-star hotels. Every hotel was 5-star. You know what I'm saying? Radio station. We get into the clubs a lot easier. Phone numbers are getting slided to us.
I got stories, bro. I got stories. Man. Like, say no names, but it was a couple of Houston Comets. You know what I'm saying? Houston, the female team, it was loose. You know what I'm saying? And H-Town, I got stories, bro. I can't lie to you. You know what I mean? Like, it was wild. Like rock star life was the best way to put it. Like it was like at that time, man, N1 was at its height. You know what I mean? And it was like it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, here go a wild story, bro. Let me tell you how etched in I am. Here go a wild story, bro. So we was leaving the club in Houston that same night where the Houston Comets was getting loose. And you probably heard about this, being that you from that area like Galveston. I know that's not too far from Houston. You know what I'm saying? We got robbed at gunpoint. You know what I'm saying? We got robbed at gunpoint. It was Go get it, hot sauce.
Yep.
We got raw. You heard about that?
Yep, I sure did. Yep.
I was there that night. Gun in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us what you got. Like, dudes just jumped out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
I heard about that one. I heard it was an incident in Florida too. Right before I came on, there's an incident. Somebody walked up on hot sauce and snatched the hot sauce chain, but he got it back. So that was a story. I wasn't there, but that was just a story, man. A lot of people, I don't know what people be thinking, man, but yeah, that stuff it gets serious, man. Especially like you said at the height when And1 was at its peak, everyone wanted to be And1. Everyone did. So it was, of course, that it got into the streets and shit spoiled over.
Every game, bro. Pastor Troy, David Banner, like you know what I'm saying. I played on the team. I had the honor, bro. Like one of our coaches, one of the guest coaches was Chris Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Abdul Rauf.
Yeah.
And Jackson, Mississippi. That famous game where David Banner.
Oh my God! Hey, I was there. Oh my gosh! David Banner did that. Oh my gosh!
I played
Coach, hey Coach, you got to see when David Banner performed when he hopped on the rim. Jackson State was turned up, man.
Listen, Professor the game winner that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I was on the team. You know what I'm saying? You see me, you know what I'm saying? I was on the team, bro. Like
that's crazy.
Steph Marbury sitting front row, Bun B. You know what I'm saying? I always tell the story, bro. Like when I played in Houston the second year, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was introduced to opposing team first and they were going numerical order. My number was number one. I was the first dude that they introduced. At the end of the bench was Bun B. So, you know what I'm saying? I dap up all the teammates and then Bun sitting right there. I'm like, dude, I gotta shake your hand, you know what I'm saying? You a Texas legend, bro. You like an uncle to me, you know what I mean? Even though I ain't never met you, like, this like it was popping, man. That And1 tour was where it was at.
Where was that, man? Oh my gosh, man! See, and that's another thing you'll never forget. Like, certain times and memories you had with And1, man. It's like it don't leave the long term memory. It just stay there. It stay there. It don't go nowhere, man. But it's so much stuff like that came with And1, man. Is people just don't get it. Like the video game. All the different sponsors and the stuff that the players had to actually go through. Because quiet as kept, man, a lot of the players, they bumped heads, man. Even with Coach Steve Burt, like they would bump heads, man. A lot of people thought it was just smooth sailing, and it's like, yo, like they human, man. They get into it with Coach, they get into it with themselves. You know what I mean? They get into it with the refs. They human. You know what I mean? So don't think that.
My opinion, not to cut you off, bro, but
you good.
I think it just became a little too commercialized. Like they lost the street ball effect. You know what I mean? Okay. I'll tell you another story real quick. We had like the second year we started having practices. Like we was practicing. You know what I mean? Like they was making us wake up in the morning. We was going to like we practiced at the Toyota Center in Houston. I'll never forget this day. It was the day that Houston signed T-Mac. You know what I'm saying? So they had press conferences in there. We on the floor practicing. Jeff Van Gundy comes down there and he's like, "This is the And1 team, the guys that are ruining basketball."
Whoa!
Hey, true story. Swear to God, bro. You know what I mean?
Whoa! And1. See, man, that's that old school shit because And1 helped change the game. It helped change even the NBA. It helped change the game. You feel me? Between the legs, the hesitation, even the crossover. Like that started from the street. That's all, you know what I'm saying? So
the NBA has always had like a street ball effect. So I mean, for him to say that, he was just on some, he's Jeff Van Gundy, bro. Jeff Van Gundy gonna speak his mind and say what he had to do. I mean, but from Earl LaPearl to,
right.
like Allen Iverson, like the game has always had a street ball effect to it. You know what I'm saying? Like some. So I took it at face value, bro. But I mean, to hear him say that, like, damn, you know what I mean?
That's right, because he never played basketball. It's like, you can coach it, but you ain't never played it. So how you gonna sit up here and make a judgment like that? Yeah. It's like we can judge you, coach, like you ain't never coached. So how you gonna? You the one that's fucking the game. You ain't never coached, and you come in and try to change something up. Get up out of here, man. A lot of guys have learned a lot of different things, man, from street ball they haven't learned from playing in college.
You know what
Just
I mean?
happens that way. You know what I mean? It happens like that sometimes.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
The maestro.
Yep.
How did you get your name?
Man, first game, you know what I'm saying? I got to play, bro. I was cooking. We played in Phoenix, you know what I mean? And I was like, shit, let me go for what I know, you know what I mean? And I was doing my thing, bro. And the next thing you know, halfway through the game, Duke Tango, who was my dude, I still talk to all the time. I was just in New York in what, June, and I hit him up,
Yeah.
you know, out for a day. And you know, that's what he called. He was like the maestro, you know what I mean? I was getting buckets and dropping dimes, so you know, he's calling me the maestro.
That's what's up. That's the maestro, man. Hey, you used to wear a headband, right?
Yeah, I wore my headband. Yep.
Man, I think I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might have been on playing the game with you.
Man,
Cause you look, I was telling coach, you look familiar, bro. And damn, what game was that? It was you and Hot Sauce was going at it. I'm not, and I'm just mistaken, but you look so familiar though. And it was
yeah.
at the Toyota Center.
So
Damn.
that Houston game, excuse me, that Phoenix game, that first game, I had like 27, bro. Like I came out with it on my mind, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me show these dudes that there's some hoopers out there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Like I fell victim to like that night, hey man. we took advantage of them, you know what I'm saying, that clubbing opportunity, bro. We was, you know what I'm saying, like we was partying. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I think I had a bad game in Dallas and then I like came back with it in Houston, and I think we went to Memphis afterwards, and we ended up going to, you know, Jackson.
Yeah.
I can't remember where else, but you know what I'm saying? I did my thing, bro. Like I bumped in the Sauce a couple years ago, and you know, for dudes to still remember you, you know, and for dudes to still remember you and like show you love and be like, damn, bro, we paying, you know. So that let me know, man, that I had left my print on the N1 thing, man. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
so
that's it. And that's real, but that's real talk though, because like, because I didn't even expect that. Like I still get like all the guys still stay in touch with, and like it's like as soon as you leave your mark, man, they're not gonna forget you, man. Even production staff, whoever it is, man. One a day, if you did what you were supposed to do, and they see, hey, what's good? Oh, how you been? Yeah, you left something for sure. You definitely left something, some kind of legacy. You left your mark, something, man.
absolutely, I got so many stories, bro. Like from when we played in New Orleans, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was other city. So we went to New Orleans and we go out and they like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know, we about to go to this concert / club, yada yada yada. So they take us in the green room backstage, Manny Fresh, you know, all these cats is up there. The spread laid out, man. They got all types of drinks for everybody, strawberry, everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, we kicking it. So they like, all right, come on, y'all ready? You know, let's go. They lead us down these stairs. So I'm thinking we going to the club. They let us out on stage. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, it's bright lights. You know what I'm saying? Spotlight, everything. Next thing you know, it's just boom. You ain't a real one. You just took one. It's Mobb Deep. We on the stage with Mobb. You know what I'm saying? Prodigy still living. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It was wild, bro. Like we kicked it.
That's crazy, man. No, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, so I mean, of course, them dudes, because I didn't see them dudes, they, you know, they had been to E40 house, and man, so I can only imagine
Yeah.
the stories that Maine and them got, man, because it's crazy. Like, you know, guys have a lot of different stories, man, in a matter of time, especially with being with N1, because then they go state to state, city to city, then they go abroad, you know, they go out the country. So I can only imagine how many stories the other guys have as opposed to a story that you have and then the stories that I might have. It's crazy, man. Because I remember, I think my most shocking, just like, damn, we went to Minnesota. I had never been to Mall of America. And they told me, like, yo, it's like 90 stores in there. I'm like, no, it ain't. Like, it ain't no 90 stores and no mall and no damn mall. Like, all right. We went up in there, like, yeah, this the mall. I'm like, this the mall, bro? Like, nah, this can't be the mall, bro. It was about 5 different Foot Lockers up in there, man. I'm like, all right. And I was just at like, damn, at that one point, my mind wasn't even on basketball. That's when I started having fun.
Man,
I was so, you know what I'm saying? I was so locked in with hoop everywhere we went. We going out. Oh, you want to come, Holic? Nah, I'm chilling. I'm good. We want to eat. Nah, I'm going to order some hotel food. It's good. Now I'm going to eat the pizzas y'all gave us. It's good. But after just going out that one time, I started playing even better.
Man, hey. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, man. Like,
yeah,
it was just and at that moment, bro, it was like even being the person who wasn't like in the spotlight, that didn't, you know what I mean, like who wasn't getting the that just was on the opposing team, bro. Just be attached to that, man. It was a crazy time, bro. And then
Man,
thing that's so beautiful about it, man. You know what I mean? Like we got paid decent. Like even on the opposing team, bro. Like it was a couple times I come home and I had 3-4 big boxes filled up with and one like shoes and shorts,
that's
t-shirts. You
crazy.
know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm giving everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody back home, like, hey man, I got some kicks, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, 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 you know, whatever. It was cool. Like and one took care of us, bro. And another thing too, man, like you can't really see this from watching the TV shows because it was always, you know, the drama sales and they was always showing dudes beefing, yada yada yada. But man, I can't honestly say that I didn't get along with one dude on the team, bro. Like from AO to headache.
all of them. Yeah, there was no one you could on that team you could hate. It was no one. There was no one. It was dudes on the opposing team that hated you more than the and one players did. Real talk, because it was a competition. So at the end of the day, a dude deep down inside, you know what I'm saying, is going to be different. You know what I'm saying, as opposed to, of course, that'd be the nature of it because the and one players are already set. But still, though, I mean, if you got guys in your team you're supposed to be cool with, and it just wasn't that way for me. It wasn't. I felt that like there was some sneaky stuff going on behind my back. You know what I mean? Like you got paid, but I didn't get paid. They wanted. I found out that my name wanted to get used for a bunch of jerseys, and somebody wanted to make money off of it. The only thing they did was give me money for the video game because they had told me my name did so well with and one that we're gonna put you on the video game, Cordy. I'm like, all right, it's good. So they gave me some money for that, and then that was it. I didn't see nothing after that. So, but then later on, I found out, oh, it's like, yo, they using Ballaholic on like 4 different jerseys, bro. Like, you ain't in there, in on that? I'm like, hell no, I know nothing about it. So that kind of just fucked everything up.
Yeah, man, it was. I've heard stories, you know, and watching the doc. You know, I've watched a couple of documentaries over the last year or so, and I've seen and heard things, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Like my thing was kind of set. I was on the opposing team. We had a you know a set number, and it was per game. You know what I'm saying? Per game every day. You know what I mean? Like you know, some days they would take care of meals. You know what I mean? But like you know, I'll be on that main team. You know what I mean? I can't speak on that. I don't know what was going on there, bro. But
Man, I saw a lot, man. Like you said, like even with the food and stuff, like even just on certain things how they were getting treated, man, and then they expected to be at the radio station 6 a.m. Like I saw all. I mean, it's some things I won't talk about, but just the main things that I did see is how they were being treated. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be a little bit hypocritical because, like I said, they stayed in 5-star hotels. They had at least 6 to 7 different tour buses worth each over $500,000. One of them buses was a home. You stop, it expand. All of a sudden, you got a living room in the back. You got about 10 bunks in the middle with a phone and a TV in there. The kitchen is always full with drinks and whatever else is in there. Then you got a driver. I mean, when you got that, and me being from the hood, like I said, the pizzas, I was like, bro, give me 2 or 3 boxes. I was good. But the and one players got tired of eating that shit, and they need to perform at a high level, which I totally get. They need to be eating, you know, the pasta, the steak, everything that the production staff was eating.
Yeah.
But and one the players weren't getting that. They, you know, here goes some pizzas, there y'all go. But I mean, I was thinking that, if I'm getting per diem already, if I'm getting per diem and I'm getting these pizzas, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna save this money. I'm finna eat these pizzas. Whenever it's time for me to go eat something, I'm gonna go do that. I'm not gonna sit up here and dwell on, you know, that shit, because it's bigger shit at stake. Excuse my language again. It's bigger stuff at stake, especially when we on tour. Now we got to promote. We got to go talk to kids. We got to play. We got to do the tour. Then we got to play somebody that might call us out. That's what the focus really should have been. It probably was, but for them, like I said, there's a lot more that I don't even want to talk about. And it wears and tears on guys who started it. Like I said, you have your main event, half man, half amazing, Shane the dribbling machine, and high octane, and a headache were the main guys before and one actually came on. You know what I'm saying? So for the guys that came on, like Hot Sauce, Professor, now they shoot up to the top, as opposed to the guys who started it shouldn't have been up there. And in their minds, that's what they're probably thinking. You feel me? So even when that kind of energy starts to shift, that's when you can tell shit starts to going south. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I just think that it was just so commercial, bro. It just got so commercial. Like it lost its street appeal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, you know, let me switch topics.
Yeah.
I mean, who was your favorite, man? Like who was the one that you thought was the best? It's an easy question.
I'm gonna say Baby Shaq.
Baby Shaq.
Either Baby Shaq or, I mean, depending on what we're talking about, putting the ball in the basket, tricks, or.
I'm talking about like as a real hooper, who would you take with you to go hoop?
Baby Shaq.
I'm taking Alamo, man.
You gonna take Alamo?
Alamo 6'7" PG, bro. Alamo was a jump shot away from being in the league, bro. If Alamo had the jumper, say, man, that dude was that what he was. I mean, you know what I mean, like. And no knock to nobody else, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Like he was a problem. Like he caused.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, no, 6'7". He's 6. You're right. 6'7", 6'8". With a handle like that, like I never seen nobody that tall too. Because they all was different. They all had different attributes. Even Escalade, for him to be 400, 6'10", 400 pounds, do a spin move, a dunk. You see what I'm saying? Or him being 400 pounds and be able to run up 94 feet back and forth 5 times in a row. That's unheard of. And so they all had different attributes, but now Alamo was definitely one of those dudes, man, who had that motherfucker on the string. He could be standing straight up and he'll still get you with it.
That was a crazy thing. Like it was different. Like he didn't have like a guard's posture. Like you saying, he was straight up and, you know what I'm saying, but he still handled the ball below his knee. It was weird. It was awkward. It was like, damn. It's like, where they find that, man? But you know what I'm saying? That I think like, you know, like I think Alamo, I mean, from what I remember, like I'm not quite sure what he did as far as after his high school career, you know what I mean, playing in college or whatever. But man, like if he would have like really taken that thing serious like he was supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, man, Alamo was special, bro.
He was special, man. He really was. He really, really was. And I think even just watching him play on tour, he should have been somewhere else, overseas or something, because he really didn't have any tricks. I'm just watching him. I'm like, he need to be in the league somewhere. Even Prime Objective, him too. I thought him was like, yo, they need to be playing overseas somewhere, man.
Prime got. I know. Prime had to look in with the Nets for a minute. You know what I mean? Prime looks. You know, Prime was another one. He was 6'7", 6'8". You know what I'm saying? You know, he could hoop. I think he played high level D1 ball too. So
yeah, I think he was in at the time they called it the NBA D League. I think he was in there too, playing for a team. Yeah. Not sure if it was with the Lakers or some other team, but I know he played for sure though.
Yeah.
Yep. And but that was a perfect balance though, because they needed that. Because you had guys like, you know, Sauce got 100 trick moves, but, you know, can barely score. He could score, but he got to do 100 moves before he do that. Or
Sauce was that one that, you know what I'm saying, he brought, you know, that ooh and that ah. Like Sauce was making dudes fall, you know what I mean? But Sauce was the one like, you know, we put you in the real game. You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do all that carry.
Hey, and that's what I love about Sauce. He was smart, but he knew that. He saw like, yo, this is some real shit. Now I don't want to play. And I used to always laugh because I knew it's like, oh, we play like Sauce ain't gonna play. Watch, I bet. So you gonna play? Nah, I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna play in this one. And I was like, Sauce, you my God, love you, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, Sauce changed the whole streetball game when it came to creating moves and creating space. You know what I mean? And that was just unheard of. The stuff that he was doing on people, it was just unheard of. And one move in particular, I knew that was going to set the mark, was that boomerang. At the end of volume, I think it's volume 3 or 4, when they had the Venice Beach and he hesitation, he threw the boomerang. I'm like, ooh, that move right there. I said, that's going to be the one that's going to set it off. That move right there is going to be one that's going to get everybody. And that's, besides between the legs and off the head, that boomerang, man, that's one of the most moves that people are really Like it's an underrated move. Nobody's really doing it. But I just knew for Sauce when he did it, like, all right, yeah. Like he didn't change the game as far as doing tricks. Him and Skip, they definitely changed the game, man. Because I started hanging out with Sauce a little bit around him. He started naming his moves.
Yeah.
He got a move called the Flintstone Shuffle. That's when he throw it around you, but he act like he's throwing it around you. He just throw it in place, and he acts like he's running to get the ball, and he comes back.
Yeah. I remember. Hey,
So he a different too.
As a dude who was you know what I'm saying? Like I like to define myself as a pure hooper, even though I had street ball game. Like I didn't do a lot of that stuff that was illegal. But like the first game, that same game I was talking about in Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? Like Duke called us out. He was like Maestro, Sauce. He was like, yeah, you know, Sauce. He threw it off my head twice and then pulled my
I see. Hey, we did okay. Hey, we did play on the same team, bro. We did. We played at the Toyota Center. I do remember you, bro. See, that's all. That's why I asked if you had the headband. That is you. Oh my God, what's going on, man? Oh man.
My reaction was like, man, you know, the East Fort Worth came out of me. I'm like, I want to fight this nigga. You know what I'm saying? That ain't like, you know, but what I will give Sauce props on, bro. Like he was a visionary. He was the only person on the team, you know, like he had his manager everywhere he went.
Yep.
Way back in 2003. Like Sauce was.
Yep.
That's why you seen him on TNT and on Lay's commercials and Mountain Dew commercials. Like, brilliant, bro. You know what I'm saying? He rolled that over, you know what I mean, to a bag, man. You got to tip your hat to him.
Nah, because you know what I remember about you? You had a jump shot. Your jump shot was wet. That's what I remember about you too, though.
Yeah.
And you was our point guard. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but nah, I didn't like that off the head. Like that's what I always look for. Like this nigga better not throw the ball off my head, man. He better not. But I always just knew like I'm gonna catch it. Like I'm gonna catch it. But sometimes it would be off the head. Sometimes I see guys get hit in the face. Like nah, that's when we fighting. If I get hit in the face. Like we got a problem, man. But that was just one of the moves that was just like, oh, if it would get bored, they didn't have nothing else to do. Sorry, I just knew it was coming. I knew what it was.
Yeah, so you know, it was. I mean, it took a minute, like you know, what I'm saying, escalade and like you know, Duke and you remember the coach for the opposing team name was Mike. You know, he was like, bro, man, this you know, it's what they do, bro. It's like you know, you can't be mad. You know what I mean? It's what they do.
Yep.
It is what it is. So.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Like it is what it is. You just gotta and come with the territory. Street ball, come with the territory. So I was like, it's good, man. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, looking back now, 20 plus years later, man, it was a blessing. Man. Thankful for the experience. Absolutely.
Right. You know Nah, for real though. Like looking back that far, man, and then like still being able to just still be here and remember that, or still be able to play, man. It's just unthought of, man. Super unthought of.
Absolutely, man.
Man.
So what you got going on? Life has changed. You was in LA, you know what I mean? Now you're back home. So what you got going
on? I created a production company, man. I did that film on my high school basketball coach, man. That did well, man. It did real well. Actually, man, I remained independent, man. We probably sold close to 10,000 units, you know what I mean, on an independent level, which was good. And then after that, man, I created my own like mobile clothing brand, bro. So I've been taking my truck, which is right there, man.
Oh, okay.
That's smart. Mobile clothing brand.
So, you know what I mean? I've been all across the country, man, from LA, Phoenix, Atlanta, New Orleans, Houston, you know what I mean? Jackson, Mississippi, been all over the country, bro, just promoting the brand. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying life, man. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you hoop your whole life, and it's like, boom, one day it's, you know what I'm saying? You ruptured your Achilles and put on a little weight. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I ain't doing this no more, man. You know what I mean? So you gotta pivot. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And then, you know, I'm still tied in with the game. You know, I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, bro. So I kind of work, you know, as a consultant with different high schools, different skill trainers and like organizations trying to help kids get college scholarships and just helping kids, man. Just see that next level, bro. These kids are afforded so many opportunities that we weren't. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up from NIL to the transfer portal, like what I'm saying. I'm just like I tell kids all the time now, like, bro, if you screw up now, bro, you don't want it.
Yeah.
We didn't have those opportunities, man. So
serious.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I realized that coaching, that ain't my thing, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like it was way easier to be a player than it is to be a coach. Like coaches,
that.
Facts.
And then work. I don't want to do that, bro. Like I gave it plus years of my life. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, what I can do is tell a youngster, you know what I mean, like what potholes to avoid. I get a lot out of that, man. So I'm blessed, and from that standpoint, man, because it's like I said, I coached these last 2 years, man. And them damn kids, bro, they did way more for me. You know what I mean? And it was like I didn't realize. You know what I mean? I was just like, how can I go in here and help and be an asset to the team? But them kids, man, they just got that innocence still. A lot of them, you know what I mean? They just, they pour into you, man. So I'm grateful to to have young people. They call me Unc, OG, or whatever. You know what I mean? But they still calling me and whatever. So that's kind of where I'm at today. I'm just being an entrepreneur and then setting sail as far as business goes. As far as basketball, man, it'll always be a part of me, man.
Right.
I started when I was 7 years old, bro, and it took me around the world, man. 5 continents. You know what I mean? Like shit, damn near every state in America.
Right. Hey, and that's another thing. Since you was on tour, how many states did you play in just from being on tour with And One?
And states, I did Arizona, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. So 5, I guess.
5.
Yeah, I did the same thing back to back. And I didn't get to do none of the East Coast or up north or really anything west. So you know what I mean. But it was cool. And so I'm grateful, bro. So I got to see. I had never been to Alabama before then. You know what I mean. So that was definitely a blessing. Just to that experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my boy Chris, I was referring to earlier, man. We was that living room you talking about at the back of the bus. We took advantage of that.
Hey, man. Hey. Yo, man. Hey, Coach, I'm talking about they had every system back there. They had PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. They had a big screen TV with a roundabout couch, surround sound entertainment system, whatever you want.
They had them buckets of Mountain Dew filled up, laid potato chips. You know what I mean? Just like it's people out there living, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, no, for real though, for real. I didn't even drink Mountain Dew. That shit, I was drinking that shit. I was drinking like crazy. I didn't even drink Mountain Dew.
I wasn't a big Mountain Dew. That's when they started like experimenting with them flavors. You know what I'm
with
saying?
The flavors, yep. They had red, green, right, yep.
That's with it, but you know what I mean. It was there. Like they spoiled us, bro. Like they really did. Like I remember staying in we stayed at the Ritz-Carlton in New Orleans at the same time Bernie Mac had a show out there. So we in there chopping it up, Bernie Mac talking shit to us, you know what I mean? Like it was, bro, it was star-studded, man. Everywhere we went.
Man, that's crazy.
Everywhere we went, you know what I mean?
That's crazy, man.
Yo, Mike B, you already know, Streetball to Pro, we got to talk business on the back end. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Especially with what you got going on and things like that. And I think this would be perfect. What we're trying to bring to the table is the difference. You know what I mean? When we talk about pros, you know what I mean? We're going all over, finding folks. It doesn't matter. You know, like I said, we're going to have a streetball team. We're going to have a pro team. We got a women's team. You know what I mean? We got a lot of folks in the Houston or in the Texas area that we're looking to work with. And so I love to get off, you know what I mean? Sit down and just really talk business on what you got going, your production company, all of that stuff, how we can come together and really help take streetball pro to the world.
And I'm all for it, bro. And you know, we got history. You know what I mean? Like, even though that time when I was in Seattle when we was playing, that was a rehab little piece for me, bro. But that I still keep in contact. I talked to damn, I can't think his name right now. I'm drawing a blank. Rashad.
Yeah, Shoddy. Yeah.
I still tap in with him every once in a while. Antoine Jones. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Antoine Jones, actually, we went to high school together. Our freshman year, he's from out this way, Fort Worth, Texas. He went to Dunbar. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's my man.
Yeah, he ended up transferring up that way up to Seattle. You know what I mean? So I still keep in touch with dudes, bro. But that was a good time, man. Like man, I love Seattle, bro. Hey, you won't get me to speak a word bad about Seattle, man. I got some friends, like you know what I'm saying? I got a homegirl up there, man, I'm talking about we locked in for life, man. She's one of the most genuine people I've ever met in my life, you know what I mean? And like, you know what I'm saying? So that time frame, bro, like I really enjoyed that, man. So, whatever you need from me, man, we locked in. Just say the word.
You already know. I appreciate it. We definitely gonna talk offline. It's crazy because me and Twan, we got the same birthday. You know what I mean? I'm just a year older. That was my dude. Still to this day, he got his gym and all of that, and his family, Shoddy, all of those. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how it is. We still
my boy Troy Gwynn, you know what I'm saying? Troy, Troy, good peoples, man. I had a ball out there. Like, people, and you ain't gonna like it. It's always raining. That man, shit. I had a ball.
Man, that was in the IBL days. That's what I try to tell everybody. The IBL was like the TBL. You know what I mean? It was the highest level. Everything was going down, and you talking about the best hoopers. You know what I mean? So that was my thing.
I don't think we lost.
No, Seattle. We was the kings out here. You know what I mean?
I don't think we lost, bro. You know what I'm saying? We had Donald Watts. You know what I'm saying? Dude named Slick Watts, his son, that played for the Seattle Supersonics back in the day. His son, you know what I mean? It's like we had a crew, bro. We not only was we beating people, we didn't even have a game. Your boy played with us too. He was on the N1 team. Holly, what's his name? 7 and some change. Rashid.
Yeah, that's his name. Was it 757 or 7 and some change?
7 and some change.
7, yeah, big guy. Yeah,
yeah.
We had a crew, bro. We was yeah. We actually played against Professor. He played on the Oregon team.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. I was like, I played against Professor on the pro level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. And Fest, he another one of them dudes that can hoop, man. Fest can hoop, man.
Yeah.
He got a nonchalant game, but Fest can hoop.
Yeah, he a real good dude too. He humble, man. He he ain't letting none of that get to his head, because that's another one. He blew up. You know what I'm saying? Professor blew up. Professor was on he was on the visitor bus, man, that first year, bro. And he was cool. Like, we was treating him like a rookie. Like, yo, go get me some Lay's potato chips, you know.
Hey, and that's why. And that's why they respect him so much now, because they put him through all that when nobody really know. And the fact that he played the way he played, and it was all African American dudes. It was all black dudes. He was the only white dude on tour. Yeah. So, I mean, him playing that way, of course, that's just the natural effect of it. Especially for people watching in, outside looking in. All this white dudes around, a bunch of black dudes just playing street ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's doing it, and he's doing his thing. So
I think he was like 17 at that time, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was super young, you know what I mean? And like,
crazy.
Never saw him without his ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? We went to the restaurants, we ran a hotel, like, Professor had his rock. He was working on all that stuff you see him do today, you know what I mean? All them videos you see him, he going to the jails, or he had to park with his Spider-Man suits on. He was doing that stuff way back in 03, bro. Just like he was a little gym rat, bro. Real talk.
Real fast, man. Yeah, you're right. And he definitely blew up, man. Right after he got done, all of a sudden I see him on YouTube hopping on a Lamborghini. What's up, y'all? That's the Professor. I'm like, Fest? Like, but it makes sense though. I mean, because like I said, the top dogs from there shot up. Because even Sauce, he had his own movie crossover. Yeah. And and I think he has a bunch of other stuff going on too. I seen him at halftime at the Atlanta Hawks game do a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah.
I know, yeah, Sauce doing his thing too, man. That's crazy. They both doing their thing, man. But you like they said, he was smart. Sauce was smart. Fest was smart.
Yeah.
They capitalized off of it.
They made the most out of it for sure, man. I'm glad to see that they still, you know what I mean. Well, especially Professor. I ain't seen Sauce in a minute, seeing what he doing, but I know that I know the Professor still got his thing working, bro. I swear I had to be about a month and a half ago. I seen him. He made the show on Showtime with KG.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's big.
And that's right, and that's crazy. Like, and that's all that just from Streetball. Like, Fest is really that. Like, that's just from Streetball, man. Like, everybody wants to know what's. Can I talk to Fest about certain things? Because I've seen Fest work with the NBA players, talk to NBA players about certain things when it comes to hoop and stuff, and then the actual see with KG, it's like Fest. Like, man, this is a good definition of like from Streetball to pro, like Professor, where he started. And then where he at now, like this is real pro. This is pro ball stuff, man. You know what I mean? So when we talk about that, that's a prime example, man, for sure.
Yeah. And the thing about him, bro, he's so humble, man. Like he like I'm telling you, just probably about 2-3 years ago, man, I was sitting on the street out in LA, Larchmont. You know what I'm saying? Me and my uncle, we chilling, we having lunch. See the youngster come through in a Porsche. I'm like, man, that's Professor. So I hit him with the deuce. He turned around, sit down, you know, come have lunch with us for like 30, 45 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? We caught up. Like he ain't never let none of that go to his head, man. I tip my hat to him, bro. So, you know what I mean? He's a good cat, man.
Yep. And that's what I always say, because that and what's up can't get to you, man. After you see yourself on TV on ESPN2 for a month straight, some of that stuff can't get to you, man. That's one of the things I told him, like, I'm not finna let this shit get to me, because before I came on, I was still a hooper. So just because I hop on now, I ain't nothing finna change. I'm finna still be me. You know what I mean? And that's what kept me just low to the ground, man. It just kept me grounded, just not letting none of that shit get to my head. And that's what a lot of guys on tour, I don't think it really got to them. Maybe I ain't gonna let, Sauce was already like that. Let's keep it 100, right? Sauce was already Sauce. You feel me? Yeah. What he used to say, I don't play the radio. I don't play the radio. That was Sauce saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that meant, but that was just Atlanta, some Southern stuff. So, but Sauce had some swag to him, though, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. A little bit of arrogance to him, man, which made him him. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That made him him. If he coming to the gym not talking shit, not being arrogant, then it's like that ain't Sauce, man. Something wrong. He coming to the gym. Who want to play me one-on-one? You know what I'm saying? Who want my autograph?
He another one that always had that rock with him, bro.
Yo, 3 in the morning, bro. I'm asleep 3 in the morning. I'm here. Who is that?
I also have on some baggy ass and1 shorts, some Timberlands, and be dribbling, doing crossovers, coming home. We coming home. We got females with us, you know what I'm saying, coming back from the spot, and Sauce is in the damn lobby with the ball, you know what I'm saying, looking at herself in the mirror, doing crazy ass behind the back spin move. I'm like, nigga, go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
So he really is doing that though. He really doing that. It's funny, man. It's so funny. Oh God.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. It look like more people coming in, Coach. I might have to get back to the office.
I told my man Mike B we wasn't gonna hold him for 30 minutes, but it's 48 minutes. You know what I mean?
We could have been talking for another 2 hours, man. All just to add one street ball stuff, man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Let me come on y'all platform though, bro. Like I said, Holly, man, I've always been a fan, bro, and I you know what I'm saying. Like I swear, man, it had to be 2-3 weeks ago. I'm watching the Best Damn Sports Show. You know what I mean? They had Joe Dunk on there as one of the greatest of all times, and then they had you as a guest on there. I'm like, man, that's a Texas dude. You know what I'm saying? So salute to
hey, that was that. Nah, you talking about Air Up There?
Okay, Air Up, okay.
Yeah, that was Air Up There. Yep, he did the 720. Yeah, that was Air Up There.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
We definitely gonna lock in Mike B. You know what I mean? Like I said, with the Streetball to Pro, thank you for stopping in. I'm gonna get with you on the back end because we just getting started. You know what I mean? We trying to go to New York. We trying to go to a lot of different places, and I want to really team up with a bunch of businessmen and my brothers to get this thing more than off the ground because we're already traveling international. So it's just getting folks behind it and with us so we can, continue to keep this thing going.
Yeah, for sure, man. Whatever you need, like I said, bro, you got my number. Tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all need, I'm here, bro.
It's all good.
Yes, sir. Everybody, y'all, thank y'all for tapping in the Streetball the Pro. We have my
Nice job.
bro.
Yes, sir, man. Much love to y'all, bro. Have a good one.
Much love, Macho.
Yes, sir.
What's up, baby?
Yes, sir.
All right, coach.